So I need somebody to explain to me how we got here, right? How did we get here? You have Canelo Alvarez that signed a 3-fight deal, right? And now we have him fighting Jermell Charlo. And this ain't crapping on Jermell Charlo in any way, shape, or form, because I think he's a fantastic fighter. But he's a fantastic fighter 2 weight classes beneath Canelo Alvarez. What are we doing? Why are we doing this fight? And not only that, but there's a lot of other things that are involved in this that kind of ruins other islands in boxing that the real boxing fan probably isn't happy about. I'm a little, late on this video. I was moving all week last week. I was moving this week. Obviously, also UFC 290 monster card coming up that I'm getting content pushed out for my subscribers. If you guys are into the UFC, go to the MadLabMMA.com. We're running a monster promo this week, $14.99 for the entire week. Gets you everything. Gets you full breakdowns of every fight. Gives you fighter metrics for every fighter. Private Discord, private podcast, live stream before the fight, all our wagers, all our daily fantasy, everything you need to angle this card to make money. Go check us out. It's $14.99 for the week. Like, really? $14.99 for the week? With more content than you can read and listen to. So I think you guys would really enjoy it if you guys are into the UFC. So definitely, if you're going to do it, now's the week to go to do it, because this is a promo we're only throwing once. However, with that said, let's get back to boxing now. So when you look at Canelo Alvarez, you got to look at a couple things here. You got to look at, there's certain things you have to accept and certain things you don't have to accept. But there's certain things you do have to accept. And one thing is I've accepted is that I don't think we are going to see him fight David Benavidez anytime soon. And it's no one's fault but his own, because I don't think he wants to fight that David Benavidez. I think he is avoiding him like the plague. Like the plague, he's avoiding him. And the thing that makes me nervous about this fight is the longer they wait to sign this fight with him and Benavidez, the more of the built-in excuse can be, latched onto the back of this fight. Meaning, well, Benavidez beat him. He was a little bit longer in the tooth. You'll hear it. You'll hear it from all the Canelo fans. There's a lot of Canelo fans out there that think that Benavidez doesn't have a shot against Canelo, which I think is crazy, because I think Benavidez actually beats him. And I think Canelo is afraid of that. Not afraid to fight him, but he's afraid of that O. He's afraid to lose to Benavidez, because I really do believe that Benavidez will have his number in this fight. And I think he's putting it off, and he's putting it off, and he's putting it off. And eventually, if he does fight him, that built-in excuse will be buried for his fans. So it's kind of like a no-win situation for Benavidez fans the longer this fight goes. And I'm not saying I'm a Benavidez fan and not a Canelo fan. I'm on neutral ground. I'm a boxing fan. But I watch film and I watch tape and I watch fights, and I just see what I see. And my opinion is Benavidez wins that fight. And my also opinion is Canelo doesn't want that fight. So this is something I had to kind of accept that we're probably not going to see that fight. Another fight, because of Canelo, that we might not see is Jermell Charlo versus Tim Tszyu, a fight that a lot of people, a lot of hardcore boxing fans really was looking forward to see that fight. I was looking forward to see that fight. I thought that would have been a great fight. So now you got to wonder, well, when does that fight happen? Does that fight happen? How long do we have to wait for that fight? All because Canelo Alvarez decides to sign a fight with the twin brother, Jermell Charlo, who fights 2 weight classes beneath him. Like, it's getting to the point now where he's annoying. Like, I respect him as a fighter. I think he's a really good fighter, very good fighter. I'm not taking anything away from him, but he's almost getting annoying. He's landing in that, like, cherry-picking annoying category where it's like you can't turn a blind eye to it anymore. Like, how do you turn a blind eye to it anymore? So this was a ridiculous fight that they expect us, like, the casuals that really don't know about boxing but know the names. They know, well, Canelo Alvarez, the Charlo, yeah, I know Charlo. They think this is like a great fight. And you know what? Talent-wise, skill-wise, it's a great fight, because Charlo is a very good boxer. Very good. But he's a very good boxer 2 weights below. You know, you put him in the ring now, you know, he's got to fight Canelo. He's up against it now. Now he's up against it. Now the kind of skill set and the talent kind of teeters its way. You know, if they were both the same weight, or maybe Charlo was one weight class and they met at a catch weight, I could say, all right. You know, all right, it's not that. I mean, even though there's weight classes for a reason, there's divisions for a reason, it's a little bit more justifiable. But this guy is 2 weight classes beneath him. Like, for what? And you want us to pay for it? And I'll pay for it. We're all going to fucking pay for it because we're going to want to watch it. But the fact of the matter is like, when does it stop? Like, when do people just start realizing, like, this guy is just, like, entering that cherry-picking category where it's almost annoying at this point. So I'm not happy about it. I don't know how you feel about it. Comment below. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more boxing we're going to cover. A lot more UFC we're going to cover. We're also doing something that my business partner challenged me with, 30 videos in 30 days. So we're going to be posting a lot of content. May not be every day, like 1 video a day. Might be like 2-3 videos in one shot, and then, you know, a couple days off, and then a couple more. But we are going to start firing away videos on this channel. So hit the subscribe button, you know, put your notifications on. We're going to have some really, really good content, talking about, you know, pound for pounds, talking about pound for pound best of all time, talking about some heavyweights, talking about some fantasy matchups that we would love to have seen, whether it's a decade before to a decade, like what they look like in their primes. So we're going to have a lot of fun on this channel in the next 30 days. So definitely subscribe to the channel, like, comment below, and we will see you soon.